Hello everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, where the world you happen to be. It's Croravel. We're going to pick up a little bit what we're doing in this run, which was a Zoltan C run, because it's sort of interesting. I've been playing it for, I don't know, day and a half, which is one of the nice things. I'm still very much feeling the effects of FTL runs seemingly being really rough at the start in terms of just like low scrap or pretty nasty fights. And it actually has been pretty beneficial that at certain times I can take a long time to make decisions in the game. But I kind of want to review elements of the run. So pretty early on, we were doing really good with free stuff, right? We got long-range scanners, we got scrap recovery arm. Of course, I wouldn't buy either of those things. And we even already had a buffer point in weapons, which is an interesting point of contention with this particular ship. I think that generally speaking, Zoltan Shield and Singular Shield are good enough for the first two sectors to keep you pretty safe. But the buffer point in weapons is mostly just so enemy ships aren't running away from you. So you can get tagged in the weapons and you're still dealing damage to them, and drone control already starts with the buffer, so that's not an issue. And then as we continue on, you'll see that we were up to, I bought a charge ion, got it online. Again, like I said, I got a buffer point in the shield system. As I said, we were in sector 2 at this juncture. Zoltan shield 1, pretty safe to get through that. But we were going with the charge ion build because I couldn't really find damaging weapons. I'm trying to think if I saw hacking at this store or not, and whether it required too much stuff to sell to get where I wanted to be. Then the run. So none of this should seem very strange. Like I said, I get the buffer point in the weapons as my upgrade, and then that holds us out generally for 2 sectors. But I'm willing to continue that upgrade to get the double charge ions. And actually, I had a conversation with Mike Hopley about it, and he kind of contextualized what you should do with charge ions. And it was, your first volley should be good enough to drop their shield levels. So by, one ion, if one ion hits, you're going to take down a singular shield bubble. But once they get to 2 shields, you're really going to want to be firing multiple ions at once. So if shots miss, it's easier to get the stacking to maintain, right? So you fire all 3 shots, say, for example, from a charge ion at the same time, then they're all going to hit in fairly rapid succession. And so you're stacking the ions, let's say all 3 hits, and then you have this nearly 15 seconds of ion damage, so that subsequent ion shots, you're good for you can miss your next 2, and then that 3rd shot lands and you still ion down, say, their shield system in that scenario. But if you're just blindly auto firing it, then you're just hitting 1, and then you're waiting the 4 seconds for the next one to show up and slowly trying to whittle it down. And if those shots miss, then the ion stacking just instantly evaporates. So it's really beneficial to the player to sort of fire a bunch of ions at once to get the ion stack with as much leeway for the player. Also, sorry if this stuff isn't sizing up in Windows, it's a mess at Paint. So when I'm doing 1 shielded ships, particularly as I quickly adapted to getting 2 charge ions online, we're just finding singular ions. When you get to 2 shielded ships, we want to hold back so we have 4 ions. So again, those 4 ions, I just need 3 of them to hit to take down the 2 shield bubbles, which, 25% evasion can occur, but sometimes they'll dodge 2 of them. But then, as I said, the next volley, which is going to be in under 6 seconds because we have training, is going to be able to hit the shield with 2 more attempts, and that will be enough ion damage on the shield that the shields will be suppressed, and then our beam drone gets in. Then things started becoming a bit tight in terms of fuel. Now, at one point, I did trade 2 fuel away, which put me down to 9, but we had back-to-back red sectors. I can't remember what Sector 2 was. Singular store. In Sector 3, I opted to go Rebel over Pirates. That might have been a mistake because I was already hurting on fuel. Both of them are only 1.5 stores. And, oh no, yeah, I went Mantis. I went Mantis over Pirates. But Mantis don't surrender. Fortunately, I got a bunch of Rebel ships, and this was one of the surrender offers they gave me in a Pulsar. You also see that we picked up a free Burst Laser 3. We're up to 2 shields. 2 shields, Zoltan shield, I think, is where you need to be in Sector 3. As I said, 1 shield, Zoltan shield in Sector 1 and 2 is pretty alright, but now you're going to be dealing with potentially like 2 offensive drones, level 5 weapons. They can get through your Zoltan shield very quickly. Yeah, so we take this offer. It's for fuel. I was in a, like I said, pretty tough spot. Is it here? Huh. Weird it didn't show that file. Now the one other thing that became interesting was Sector 4. I just gotta remember what the heck I named my files. All right, so this is gonna be a lot. Okay, so Sector 4, and you can, let's see, we'll take a quick look. I got our ship. There's the healing burst. There's our burst 3. I'm still only sitting on a beam drone. I know my head's in the way there. I'm sorry, this is Sector 3. This is Sector 3 going into Sector 4, and we have a real quandary because now we're going to be dealing with 3 shielded ships. Okay. We're going to be dealing with 3 shielded ships, and what we have in stock on our ship is this weapon loadout. We still have our long-range scanners. We have the charge that we put there because I couldn't really run any of them, while the healing burst may potentially be like necessary. Like a fight could go bad, like some borders, a fire, whatever. I've actually had healing burst save a run on Zoltan Sea before. So like we're at this store and we're looking at this money, we're looking at the drones and what we have. And the second page is just crew. There's no systems. And I bought 7 fuel here, which got us up to 8. And trying to decide what to do in this position. Okay. So what do we do in this position here? Let's look at what we have. We are still at weapons 4. We're still at weapons 4. Crew that we start with training, 2 shields, Zoltan shields, etc. But now, like as I said, we're on the cusp. I had a jump back to a beacon that I've already cleared, into a solar flare, another jump, and then the exit. So 3 opportunities to make scrap before going into Sector 4. And Sector 4 representing 3 shielded ships, potentially. So looking at this store, we have a lot of options in terms of what the stuff I have and what we can do with it. And this, I spent the better part of a day trying to figure out how I wanted to move forward with this, because it's not really clear. Like, let's look at the potential pathways and trying to make that kind of decision. So one option is we sell the healing burst, we sell the burst laser 3, and we go into triple charge ions. And those ions provide us with offense and defense, right? Because then we can very quickly ion down enemy shields and potentially start ioning down their weapons as quickly as feasible, really, this early on, and as far as weapon sets go. But there is a couple drawbacks to that. One, it's still predominantly weak to drone control, or not drone control, sorry, cloaking. Cloaking would be really disadvantageous for us because they can just kind of cloak away a lot of the ion buildup, and we don't have a lot of opportunities to like really exploit keeping their shields pinned down and the beam drones going in and doing work. It is possible that we could hit their shields, then we hit their cloaking, but in doing so, A, we still need a lot of shots to land, and then B, we're trying to bounce, like I said, between suppressing their shields, suppressing their cloaking, and suppressing their weapons, which is not an area I'm totally familiar with on how that's going to function and work. We could also pick up the Ion Stunner here. Now, the Ion Stunner allows us to get to a upgrade number 5 in weapons, and part 2, which was also important. It's much more, it's much less demanding on the scrap that we had at this moment, right? So, like I said, if I sell out everything, I just have enough to get the Charge Ion online. But if I get an early store in Sector 4, I have very little opportunity to buy anything. And the upcoming sector I knew was either purple or green. But you're trying to figure out, like, are my ions going to be good enough for the upcoming sector that it's okay that I can miss, like, an early store, okay, and like use these weapons reliably to continue on going forward. And again, also like using a beam drone, like if ships try to run away, even more trying like ion suppression. It's not a comfortable position, not one that I'm used to. Another idea is we could just buy the chain laser, go with the burst laser 3, and you know, now we're firing at about 19 seconds, 18 seconds. We're firing 7 shots into 3 shields. I didn't like this. Without hacking, it's really, really slow. It's incredibly slow, and you're really not dealing a lot of damage to enemy ships. I remember I almost lost Kestrel B run trying to switch over to burst laser for more projectiles when I had hacking at that time. Now we'll have 2 more shots and we'll be protected by Zoltan shield, so that does create a different situation. But I find that the targeting down of one system becomes a bit of a problem, because like I said, a ship runs away, they're just going to send 2 crew at most to do the repair, and then they're still running away, which isn't ideal. Also, you're much more susceptible to evasion, random by like hosing you. It's not a good time. Another option is let's go ahead and buy this defense drone 2. Right? We buy the DD2 and now we're really safe. We're very, very safe. We have the DD2, we have the Zoltan shield. So we have this turtle build that allows us to, like, you know, maybe chip away at shields with ions so we have time. So we don't need the weapon upgrade. We don't even need to upgrade drone control because it is level 3. Except that we don't have any offense. So yeah, there may be some opportunities for us to crew kill, potentially. But it's a 70 scrap investment. It's not actually inherently helping our offense. And it is going to kind of have to rely on us also eating through a lot of drone parts. Potentially, like, to a fight. Because we have to use the beam drone. Like, if we can't get crew kills, we're pretty much going to have to use the beam drone to get wins. So how reliable is that? I didn't really know. What other options did we have? Or we could just pick up the chain laser. That was another idea. We don't inherently go with the projectile shots of, say, the burst laser 3, but we buy the chain laser so that if we do get like another bit of offense, then we can easily transition into a new offense because we have lasers and we can set up a beam or we can set up additional projectiles. I thought about that, but it felt exactly the same kind of situation that I was in, where, like, let's say if I find like a free burst laser 2 to go along with my chain laser, 5 shots against 3 shields, no hacking, no mind control. It's really not that amazing. And we just went into like the best weapon that you can pretty much find. You could potentially find like a halberd beam. That would be really nice too. But it's 2 shots, 1 shot misses. We're not doing anything through 3 shields. And that also is like all in on finding 1 weapon. Like 1 weapon really would make a difference, finding a halberd beam, but everything else just doesn't. It still is this needing to find hacking or needing to find 2 additional weapons. So that didn't seem to be like a really good pathway forward either. And you'll see, once I close this out, where we are now. And this is our ship as it currently is. Again, my head, I probably should. It's not very often you're in the way of drone control. Doesn't happen. Where's video? Just a little... Why are you moving FTL? Come on. Come on. I love OBS. Yeah. So we actually have 2 drones functioning right now. Okay, not very common that we have that. So we have beam 1 and we have... It's never a good place because you're always blocking information in these scenarios. But yeah, so we have beam 1, we have beam 2. We're still running the charges. I bought a charge laser at one point and then we sold another one. But I was able also to find a drone recovery arm. I just picked up cloaking at the end of Sector 5 and going into Sector 6. So how did it feel running triple charge ions? Well, first off, we got to Sector 5, as I said. It was going to be purple or green. The green sector was Zoltan, purple sector was Slug. So we actually went Zoltan. I'm a pretty big proponent of never going Zoltan. But I can get through Zoltan shields really quickly. I have a beam drone. I'm doing 2 damage with 3 different weapons every 4 seconds. Like, I'm getting through Zoltan shields very, very quickly. Versus if they cloak, bad things can potentially happen. It's going to be harder for me to get through. Slug surveyor ships are just really annoying, really disgusting. High evasion, multiple shields. Yeah, no. So we actually went Zoltan. Got border police, barely held on. Actually, a human that I got a crew kill with by waiting out a fight. Oh, do I have that? I killed an NG. There was an NG crew kill ship where I fired my ions until we blew up all their drones because they had a defense 2 drone. And then we eventually got through, got a crew kill, got a little bit of scrap and a human, and put the human indoors, which is where the human still is. I think the human's still indoors. I really haven't had an opportunity to move them to piloting to free up reactor, but I also really haven't needed that reactor, which is not something you generally do with a ship. But how did triple charge ions go? They were exceedingly effective. I wouldn't say I always got through. Like 2 shielded ships we crushed very easily because we were getting extra shots into their weapons. We get, like I said, we fire that initial volley of like 6 projectiles, needing 3 to take their 2 shields down, and then 3 potential hits to their weapons, and each hit is going to take a weapon offline, right? Because that's how ions work. So the next volley after that, so within 18 seconds before almost any weapon system fires twice, we land another 3 projectiles into their weapons. And it's incredibly unlikely that they have weapons online at all, and that they're a danger to us. So we were cruising around pretty strongly. I get to a store, find hacking, and then there was this idea about the drone recovery arm, and I picked up DRA. Actually, I think I picked up DRA first. I picked up DRA because if it saves me 5 drone parts, it pays for itself. Actually, it saves me 4 drone parts, it pays for itself, even if I sell it. And it gave me an opportunity to potentially go a different avenue in terms of offense, right? Because if we have drones, if I find a second drone, then triple ions, 2 offensive drones can function. And then, of course, I still inevitably want to find hacking. We eventually get to hacking. Like I said, we get cloaking towards the end. There were definitely some spooky runs of ships running away, but yeah, doing 3 ion damage as fast as we were is pretty impressive. Like I said, we were getting through shields pretty quickly. then being able to disable weapons, and then we're just changing our volleys. So again, we're not doing that auto fire thing. Instead, well, we weren't auto firing into shields and just let the beam do. We want to make our ions as powerful or as useful as possible. So we would drop the shields in the first volley after charging them up, and then we were doing like 3 ions in weapons, 3 ions into shields, and just bouncing that back and forth. And hopefully the beam drone hit enough different systems that it would actually pull crew. That became a problem in a few fights where like they came close to running away because the beam drone would just keep hitting the same room over and over and over again. So that was interesting. There was another interesting fight in the Zoltans, which I didn't consider going into Zoltan sectors, is if I damaged their shields with the beam drone, they might send 2 Zoltan in to repair. Like if it started a fire, and if that occurred, or if it hit something where Zoltan had to run through the shields, then there'd be 2 Zoltans in shield rooms and thus ion proofed. And then I couldn't get through because beam drone can't get through them. It was funny to see it happen. It was something I didn't think of ahead of like, oh, that could occur and potentially be a problem, but it really wasn't much of a problem. So yeah, we're running triple charge ions. I went into the drones. There was a heavy one in a store, and I had picked up another charge laser. I sold that charge laser and went drone control instead. Didn't have the 4th slot or the 4th upgrade yet, but this was going to be easier to get online than the heavy laser. The problem though is the heavy laser would have been really nice for crew kills. And yeah, so it's, like I said, it's kind of interesting run, right? Because we're running triple ions. We're now running offensive drones. And yeah, we'll see where we can go from here. And the fact that I also have long range scanners, maybe that's the oddest thing of all. All right, so scouting wise, I mean, 1, 2, 1, 2 is fine. How would I think of triloba words? Okay, so if I find 3 shots, 4, 5. I mean, if that's a Hermes, that'll land first, and then we're safe without doing anything. What is it, 4 crew? I would like to know. Okay, weapon hacking would probably make the most sense, because now I got up to level 2. Or we could try saving up on drone parts, and how do I feel about going down to 8 drone parts? It is a civilian sector, 2 to 3 stores. All right, let's just keep this easy. Gonna let our shots charge up now. So as many of you know, I'm not the biggest proponent of long range scanners. It does serve some functionality, but I figure that most of my sector routing, it doesn't. I have a huge video about this, huge, giant. I have a 45-minute video about value and kind of deals with the problem with long range scanners. They have been helpful in that I did avoid an asteroid field with a ship in the Zoltan sector, which could have been I'm pretty sure it would have to be like the mineral fighters. And that is like a ship that I think that's like a Zoltan bomber. It might have like drone controls, Zoltan shields, asteroid field. That was actually the fight I wanted to avoid the most, more so than even border police. And I definitely have picked up an extra fight or 2 along the way, but I didn't invest any money into it. Like if I had spent 30 scrap to get in that, to have bought in it, I would have put myself in a hole in a couple different store locations. Anyways, we're just gonna hack their evasion, so we're gonna make sure our shots are gonna land. So like right now we could fire, but I'm just gonna cloak their danger volley. And we would just get their shields down, so we're gonna wait. So this is at most 3 damage. This is representing 4 damage, but I have a lot of evasion to deal with that. So like this is a 1-hit chance, and this has to keep rolling all my dodges. Okay. So there go all their weapons. And now we can just hold their shields. Yeah, so they're trying to run away. That's very much not gonna happen here. No. Good fight. Yeah. So that's how this is actually working. Again, I think it'll be fine against anything. Cloaking changes it because we can't quite do the same suppression because they can cloak to get away, though we have some options depending on what their ships are like. I do want to take this beacon, so I'm going to take this empty beacon to know if these are stores. Let's check if that's a store. Hit that store. That's a tough call to make in terms of routing to the exit. But I want to know. All right, is a second store. 1, 2, 3. Can we get there in 4? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can. Do I find a solar flare? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I like this though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not. Normally, I don't like farm up for stores. There are going to be 2.5 stores, so in one sense, I am potentially risking that these 2 stores aren't what I want. I would like to know if there is in fact a 3rd store, but I'm not really looking for a lot of anything right now, other than maybe a better weapon 4, maybe a beam 2 drone. I really don't know about that. But all right, they're not running. They do have a lot of shots, but these 3 weapons should time pretty closely. Okay. So I think all these weapons will go down except for this one. And one of the big things is, like, we have drone recovery arm, which drastically helps our abilities to just use drones. Is there like a silly amount of fires or something? Not particularly. And that's kind of one of the sad things about drones is because they're kind of fighting against the hacking having drones. I'm gonna get 2 drone parts back. We know where there's a store, so we get 28 bucks. Not accept surrender. Bum, 33 bucks. All right. Worth. Oh, hello there. 1, 2, 3. I might go, what? Do we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Do I go triple stores? If this has everything I need, this is a dead jump. But if it has everything I need, then we essentially just win. I like that idea. Flak, DD2, hull repair. Okay, we could. Crew. It's a little bit tempting. Again, I was really hoping for a beam. Heavy laser is pretty solid, I think. Just that we can get it online. It does give us crew kill potential, and with as fast as we're firing and suppressing down their shields, it feels pretty safe. Anti-drone would be great, but we only have 2 drone slots. Okay, so if we want to keep that as like our endgame weapon system, we can just do this. And again, we just bypass on the other store and accept that we're okay. Let's make extra sure that if stuff gets blown up by RNG, I don't feel bad. And I'm like, oh no. So just buy enough drones. Actually, let's go up to 15 fuel. Normally go 14, but again, we can be towards more beneficial. And then let's go ahead and get this so we have full cloak. Seems good. All right, so Shields 3 is a possibility just so we have a better answer to Glaive Beam, but because our ions are really doing all the work for us, it shouldn't be that necessary. Being able to get crew kills, maybe set fires, or directly damage key systems, worth considering. And really, it's our only potential opportunity for crew killing right now. You know, because we will get boarded in phase 3 of the flagship, though we are in a pretty solid position of getting through the Zoltan shield quickly. I'm just waiting for my oxygen to return. Do I want that store? One, two, three, four. I kind of feel like I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Oof. That's close. This is where not using a tool or like a fleet pursuit indicator, it makes routing difficult. It'd still be a challenge because you have all the nebula jumps. I mean, I could count just like all the dashes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21, 22, 23, so 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's jump 5. And we were saying 7.5. 5, 6, 7. We can definitely do 7.5. Okay. I'll buy 3. Trades or whatever. Prevent the alert. Attack to get to the automated station. Okay. They only have 2 shields. We might just be able to... So my plan, I should probably like figure out my plan before we get into here. I'm hoping that it's like if it's a long cloak, then it'll hold all their weapons, they'll fire at once, and then our cloak is really efficient, and we'll just get a lot of shots off and go beam drones. We probably just do a double charge, 12-second charge. And ideally that takes 2 weapons offline, and then we can hit like their drone control or their cloaking to buy more time for our drones. No, okay. 1 shot, not concerned. That I do wish to cloak. Oh, did I clone you at some point? Yes, I did. All right, that's fine. I forgot I didn't switch over like I was supposed to. That's okay, we didn't... Wow, we're not hitting anything. Well, they're not cloaking at least. That was really fortunate. Wow, just in time for their missile to fire. Okay. That's staggering, but now I have to keep an eye on where this missile's going to land. Okay, never mind. We just dodged it. That's better. Guess drone part should have been used there. 40, 26. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, potentially 4, 5, no real problems. If I go to the Iron Storm, I would like to have an odd amount, but we're now at 90 scrap. Buffer and shields in case things go poorly. Or do I want level 3? I'm not like using this very often. Normally I try to get these systems up, but our offense and our defense are like one and the same. Maybe that's the best route then. Like, we're not really doing weapon hacking here. It is a possibility. It still is. We'll still like be really strong with that as a setup. More drones. Hostile. Rude. Okay. Beam in this. So in this scenario, we could pre-cloak, hack here, all of our shots land. And we don't have to think. That's kind of cool. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, firing our projectiles. No, let's wait, because that's 5. That only gets 1 ion through. We could do 2 damage to a system to be completely safe. Nice. Okay. Fortunately, so this one, like, I could have actually tried to go for training there. Oh well. Let's just break everything. Ba-da-bum. I mean, I guess I could just deploy the drones. I have no idea how many projectiles Layla has fired. It's been a lot. Okay, 50 bucks. Yeah, I still like this idea. Things go sideways. Buffer and shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. So we already had calculated that, but we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, that's still 7. But 3 of them are ion fights. Okay, so a normal jump. Normal jump, ion. So then second normal jump. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normal. Third ion. 1, 2. Ooh, it's close. It's greedy. I'm just going to assume my math was correct the first time. Federation scum. All right. Now, if they don't have anything offensive, and they don't, we're slightly safe. Okay, but come on, they don't have this. This is not the only drone they have. So they have either an ion or boarding bot or potentially even both, which is gross. Curious thing is to try and come up with a crew kill here. Like, if we hold their weapons at bay... Okay, don't be a dead bang shot, please. Thank you. We didn't want it, like, if this drone fired here and our like, even if we depower it, it was gonna hit. Yeah, I'm curious. We don't actually have to get, like, crew kills at this point, which is, again... Oh, but it's fun to consider them. What would be the idea here? Like, yeah, we can just evaporate their shields. Then what? See if I can get, like, a breach or something. Okay, things are a little bit interesting. Just alternate between the ions. Okay, that one's gonna give up. They might actually be able to fix it. It's really close. If they're actually able to repair in an oxygenless environment with one crew. Like if there's... Like if those Rebel Elite layouts, like if you break their O2 and there's no oxygen in there, what's funny is the ship has O2, they'll like run back to the med bay when they're at their 25% mark and they can't actually repair it with the singular crew. But once that runs out of O2 and they actually stay in the room, then they do get the repair. That's bad news for them. All right. Oh no, they repair their weapons. Takes about 100 seconds for the ship in total to run out of oxygen. Nope, there we go. I think we got 3 volleys and their weapons didn't even come back online. But I only need 3 shots. All right, we got a crew kill. Neat. $47. GG. Okay. Much higher chance of it not being an issue. Of course, there's no ship. Well, unlikely. Manually search. Hey! I just bought one of those. All right, I guess we can just sell one of those. Passing on flak, selling heavy lasers. Okay, this is curious because it has drones. All right, so that'll get through our shield very quickly. That also will get through our shields very quickly. I don't think I want to do the pre-cloak thing. That gave them, like, way too many opportunities. Also, we're going to actually use our drones here. That's another thing I'm not really doing very well of, is drone usage. Like, I could be better with the timing, using the combat drone to try and suppress the shields. Okay, singular shield. We did get ion. Let's go ahead and just cloak through this. The other thing is I don't have stealth weapons, so I have to remember I am abruptly ending my cloaking. Should be more mindful that I'm doing that. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5. Oh, 1. It's so greedy. Again, shields 3, just so I know that I have shields 3. Now we're safe. Being safe is good. Oh, hi there. I notice you have a Zoltan shield. You also have drone control. That's cheating. I also should have made sure my oxygen was at, you know, full. Right. That should be that for their Zoltan shield. Okay, so we want real power in our shields. So I have 3 real power. Good. Okay. 2 shields is probably enough. Let's turn off autofire for a second. Turn that back on. Cool. All right, we got in there. We'll cloak when the missile fires. Like so. See if we can sneak in another volley before the missile actually lands. Okay, beam drone's not about to fire, right? No. Okay, so this is safe. Not taking surrenders. Might want to buy a reactor. That might be prudent. Farb. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 4 is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Totally fighting the ship. Totally replenishing my oxygen. That's definitely a thing that happens. That's a lot of missiles. Okay, crew kill. Oh, important thing about crew kills is sometimes you get them out of convenience, but you really have to think about them before the fight starts. Versus, like, you know, You should still always consider like making sure the fight's safe as possible. That's normally goes hand in hand, making the fight safe and getting crew kills. Like that's the second part, but you can like be overzealous and potentially rob yourself of crew kill potential, or opportunities, I should say. They only have 3 crew. Their weapons are kind of nasty. Let's just control the fight. We can move you here because they're probably not going to board us. So small bomb, ion bomb. Let's see, that's 12 seconds. That's not a Hermes. That is not a Hermes. Oh, they have 4 crew. Good counting. Enjoy the fires. Yeah, I mean, I guess with the NG doing repairs, we don't go like Hacko 2. Boo. Please land. Nope. Okay, I didn't get a fire with those projectiles. That's okay. It's not like the end all be all. So what we could do now is try to like switch for crew kill wise. Like go for like an O2 kill with their weapons suppressed, but we also don't have to really worry about that. It's not like we need to make a bunch more money than we already have. All right, do we want that level 3 now? We could also just upgrade doors. It's probably our biggest weakness, potentially. Oh my gosh, just give me your goods. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is possible. I wonder if there's an idea of like hacking shields. Okay, so we cloak the danger volley. And then I like completely screw this play up. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. That's right. When he gets ion, until it's destroyed, it's actually like functional. Okay, pilot is still trying to pilot. Kind of want their weapons offline. Gotta make sure I'm not hitting their drone. Good. Oh, nice. My drones also didn't blow up. That thing is going to be coming back soon. So we'll knock off a bunch of their drones to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, how to not do a fight. Cool. All right, we'll go there. Dolan. Getting borders is nice. I don't have like a counter directly to borders. 5 fuel. 17 is good. 17 is fine. So this is like the ideal drone build, but unfortunately, like you need triple charge ions to get it to work. Ignore. All right. NG, sure. Like it's really dominating because we have the 3 of the best ion weapons in the game. Could actually had a 4th one, but all right. So that shows me the same kind of information. Hack 2 cloak upgrade would be nice. I want to know if that's a store. So just because there's a fight there, according to long range scanners, no. Okay. So no, that's not a store. That's not a store. Our pathing is this way. So this beacon then. Okay. Oh, we can probably just do a denial here. Because we're gonna have this room hacked. I'm gonna keep that NG on the outside for at least for a little while. It's very easy for us to like do damage to the O2 and try and cause a crew kill that way. Wow. Okay, Howard Beam's the only thing that's online. That's fine. The jukes. I really would like it if a fire broke out. That would be really nice. Okay, that is helpful. And the NG's kind of distracted to do that repair. So they actually will send a Mantis to do the O2 repair. Now we're just doing volleys of 3, which I talked about earlier. Like this is the, instead of just, like I said, auto firing at the, like 1 ion here and there, and then if one misses, everything falls apart. By doing these bunches, we're far more effective, and there's far more leeway in things not going exactly the way we want them to be. Is that only level 1 oxygen? Try again. Mantis ships don't surrender, so that's not an... they don't surrender and they don't run. There we go. Okay, should be good. Just hack those weapons, try again. This is kind of like a variation of the Masala. Like I said, the denial kill. Rock ships also have a layout where their weapons are right next to their oxygen, which is preferred. Let's not UNG that. Okay. Ooh, one shy of a farb. Like I said, not going this way, that way, this way. 116. What do I have as sellables? Potentially LRS and this. So additional 40 scrap. Okay. That's a lot of bombs. It's good room to hack. Center their ship. Now we can get, just like we always get, the triple volleys. I haven't run into 4 shielded ships yet, so that's going to be a different thing. That might come back up. Oh, those dodges, definitely. Okay, so if I hit this and then go that, it's gonna swap. Who's doing repairs? Oh, I always know which one to dodge. Dodge the heavy laser. Okay. I'm not even doing like calculations. It's not like, all right, this is how much ion damage I have to do, or like, that's not what's happening in the slightest. It's just like I said, just maintaining these groupings. Really hoping for a breach there. Probably doesn't matter. Boo. They're definitely not going to be able to fix it as long as we keep the O2 offline. Again, they're not gonna run away. Come on, no breaches, no fires. No breaches, no fires. Ridiculous. This does take a while. I think it's like 100, like I said, it's 100 seconds for warships to run out of O2. Or like 4 Mantis repairs. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, now we can just rotate between these 3 systems. I mean, we don't, like, this is the least concerning thing, right? Because they're not healing above. So, like, we're fine. Also, I should be paying attention to this and seeing how much ion damage I have to know exactly where I am. That's a good idea. Crow, how often do you use ion builds? Exactly. Okay, so we haven't seen his store yet. That does show me more beacon, so we'll take it. Sure. Always glad to help. All right, slightly dangerous, but not really. Maximize our hack. Full 10 seconds. I mean, now we're not even using our drones and we're like able to get crew kills with what our setup is. All right. Got the fire. I got 4 ion damage. So we're safe from their weapons, right? The fire's eventually going to spread. Okay, good. We got that one's definitely dead. That was a little bit risky because that's level 3, but it's probably fine. From the damage and the fire, like the Mantis's health would be just too low. Lure. Aw, not protocol. Wow, okay. Crow, why are we looking for stores? Again, some better crew kill options. I do think I could win with this. There's a lot of things that just make our ship better, and scrap isn't inherently one of them. Not that I'm gonna complain about scrap. It's funny though. I mean, we're essentially just killing ships with a heavy laser. Down to 1 second. Okay, breach. Breach is interesting. Let's make sure we cloak this heavy. Oh, that seems really bad for them. That didn't help. Okay. It's so funny. Please don't shoot at me. Okay, one's almost dead. Thank you. Okay, you got a little bit of piloting. Definitely isn't like the most efficient crew killing. Also, they have 2 crew. They just have so much crew. Okay. Now the concern is they might just run away. What are they doing? I don't understand why these rooms ran out of oxygen. I wasn't paying attention. Did I IM them? Curious. Yeah, they keep changing their minds. This week cloak. All right, so this is too low on oxygen for them to repair. It seems unlikely that they're gonna run away at this point. Question is, can they fix the O2 in time? Maybe. Good. Okay, only one ion. That's offline. I could try breaking it again. No. All right. Okay. Yeah. Like split stacks. Okay, that's fine. Almost knew what I was doing there the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe. Maybe. Ew. Alright, so we're gonna cloak to match their cloaking and just do weapon hack. And use all of our drones. We're not gonna try for a crew kill against this. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it was only a level 1 cloak then? How dangerous are their weapons? Okay, so I wasn't sure. Like, the weapon hack, it was just make the fight as safe as possible. We pre-cloak so that their weapons time the way we want them to. Okay. Do I try to take this offline? Ah, the drone got them. It, Okay, well, if that's offline, that's pretty much fight over then. Oh, they also have no shields. It's not going to be a pleasant experience. 3 fires and no damage. I get double fire in my doors, though. All right, yeah, that's fair. No. We have a store upcoming, so fuel is not. Please don't fire. Remember, one of them is actually repair trained. Right there the whole time. Yeah, FTL doesn't care. FTL doesn't care. Pike beam. No offensive drones. I mean, yeah, so we could totally just turn into a traditional ship, but like I said, if we don't do this now, when? Do I want to sell LRS? Probably not. Do I go double beam drone? Like, that way we are not, like, we're not screwing up our volleys. Ah, it's kind of tempting. Okay. Now then the question is Pike? Like, it does a lot more damage for us. But then part of me just like wants to this build to function as the Ion build. And like I said, if this build doesn't get it done, then it's like, it never gets done. Shields for 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm not getting that. 2, 3, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. Okay, just in case things get bad. I'm just trying to think of it, like, pike beam is better than heavy, but the heavy gives me crew kill, so if I should just, like, pick it up now so we speed through the other phases. Because the big one of the issues is the Rebel Flagship's massive, and so it takes forever for the beams to path through it. And a lot of times they're only doing, like, 1 damage a swipe, and so it's just like, it's not a rapid kill. I think it would be really smart to do this as a backup. Attack the ship. Okay, again, try to do another denial kill here. Actually looks to be like a fairly safe fight, all things considered. Okay. Can I breach? Breach or fire? No. All right, that's fine. Okay, 2 weapons online. I just need 2 ions to hit. Easy peasy. Ooh, a lot of jukes. Wow, okay. A lot of jukes. Okay, just casual 75% evasion, I guess. There we go. See? That's all I asked. So this is, like I said, this was the main fear I had with this kind of build, is trusting the ions to, like, hit. And the other difficulty is, like, keeping track of the ions. Like, knowing where your ion damage is. Okay, 63. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Works. Call and assist. Intruders on board. Okay. Glaive beam. Enough ions to actually be a problem. Fair enough. And, ugh. Alright, DD2s and an anti... Why? Why you gotta be this way? Why do you have to have things that ruin our fun? Okay, so think about the fight. That will be fine. We just need to remember to swap our crew. Was one of them a fighter? No. Okay, so we could hack weapons, delay, buy some time. We could hack drones so the drones are offline. I'm really only concerned about the third shot from this. Third shot. Yeah. Wow, you got that angle. All right, well, wait, it's fine. Like I said, it's the third shot that is a concern. Want it to be level 3, which is like a 75% chance per drone to break them. Wow, didn't... Okay, that's the fire beam, which isn't the problem. Oh, also, let's be smart and actually, you know, have that third shield up so we don't take damage. Okay. 2 damage. Maybe takes this offline. Okay. Good. We do got medbot, just NG medbots. Or they did. Okay, so now we're good with 2 shields. We can just let the fire do the work. No, they're at... Yeah, I can't. We're just waiting now. There's not really anything else we can do. Don't refresh their health. Jump, store, 3. As long as we're not boarded, next we're jump, which is an indie sector. It's not even showing anything being there as a fight. Seems unlikely. We'll get 3 heals, 4 heals. Crew kills. The shields are back. I love crew kills. Crew kills make things just so much more interesting. Like, it's the puzzle that you have to figure out. Generally, fights are relatively straightforward, you know, as long as you're not behind, right? As long as you're staying on curve, ahead of the curve, and it's just like, all right, I know how to disable the weapons on this ship and create a safe fight and then try and win from there. But crew kills, you gotta, you know, you gotta put the thinking cap on and go through, like, what of the possible crew kill options that I have available, if I have anything available, how do I exploit the AI, etc. I have video on that, by the way. 330. System repair. Oh, has good blue options, but I can't, like I said, I don't have the third spot to get it online. Another one. Ugh, I was hoping for like a beam 3. Heavy ion. The quad ion build? The quad ion build? Just making sure I have enough of those. We'll get the 4 pair on the next jump. Alright, so if I'm firing 9 ion, 18 seconds, there's only a level 2 cloak on the flagship, so we're gonna hack engines, land all the shots in, hit that, cloak the missiles, and then try and take the ship apart. I think that's gonna be the play in phase 1, which doesn't sound like a lot of crew kill potential there. No, thank you. Alright, let's stand this. I know, small Tully responds. Okay. Sure, I'll take a fight. Ugh, need a crew kill to get max rewards out of this. I do have a clone bay. Alright. Like I said, this is where fights might just take forever. Might just take forever. So against 4 shields, I need 7 shots to land. Yeah, that's easy. Oh. Okay. That's very interesting. Wow, really nice. Oh, okay, that's where that one fight where I couldn't figure out where all my breaches were. We found them. We found them. 64. Yeah, so if there's ships in the background, then it's like low scrap rewards. Crew kill gets you up to medium. Though that could also potentially backfire if you're like really trying to get scrap and then you get like crew and low scrap rewards. I'll go to the repairs. Maybe find a store? Okay, so we want this, we want this, we want this. This in case that gets hacked. 3 power for sustaining it. Seems good. Another ship in the background. Medbay makes this a little bit trickier, probably. Probably. I have no idea. Okay. Oh, that was slightly unnecessary, but okay. All right, so the weapons are done for. Now what? The least surprising thing of all. Level 3 oxygen? Okay. If I can stop them from being able to repair this. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. The idea was sound. Do I need this to like spread to here? Okay, stun's really good. I'm gonna open up the doors now. Okay, we'll do it again. Go ahead, you can make it. Just gotta be extra speedy. Okay. There we go. So we just keep trying to catch them. So if once the room is being just completely consumed by fire, all the tiles are on fire, they will avoid it, but they'll walk right through it if it's the shortest distance. But if it's hacked, then they just go around. So we give them the opportunity to walk into the room of flames. I don't know what level these doors are at right now because they've been punched through quite a few times. So they might be able to like punch through them very quickly. So we have to be careful with this one, but they're not going to take this fire. So essentially we're waiting. Probably could have tried catching them right there and there. Oh. We do need them to burn down. I can't shoot them to death. It's fine. So again, this is where patience like pays off. This is sometimes you just have to wait. Ooh. Now it's so they weren't able to get this repaired because the fire spread over here and this had a higher priority. Probably just makes them done for. 1, 2. I still can't kill them from here. That's okay. I said I don't know how many punches through the door. Good. 40. Store. All right, not even using battery. The only question is if I could find like something that enables crew kills, like a bomb. Small bomb. Well, that does enable crew kills. I knew as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, but what do I take offline? Right? So if I take off like the heavy laser and just try picking them apart with small bomb, we'll be there forever. I need this to catch fire. We'd have to essentially replace a charge ion, which I don't mind. Like, I'd rather have the backup of we'll just speed and kill them ASAP. We'll just speed them down. All right, so we can take them here. Maybe jump back to the base if we have to reset a bad hack. Because there's a couple. I don't even know if I really needed that. All right, let's see what happens. All right, this is it, the Royal Flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance to survive, and there's no turning back. Okay. Those are incoming. Again, this is our cloak. All right, so this is like, you know, planning before a fight. This is the moment of truth, okay? Going for crew kills or just beating them down as fast as possible and expecting Zoltan shield and everything to hold out long enough. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, then I should have just gone with the pike beam at the start. But anyways, first volley is already determined. This is hacked this weapon into here. Alright, so that's gonna be 3 there, 3 ions there. Hacking my doors, okay, so that's fine. So if it can't cloak, I should be able to get triple ions into here. I don't know. Is that where I try to get a crew kill? Because it's the room that's hacked. Alright, it is on fire. And they have no dodge. Slow death via heavy laser. Okay, this seems super unlikely. Okay, that's not ion. I need 1 ion to go over there. Really? I'm gonna go ahead and cloak. Get my shields a chance to reset. Okay, no running away. Keep that suppressed. Yeah, I just don't think I have the... How much? 21? Oh, they're gonna gain their health so quickly. I mean, I'll try, right? What's the worst that can happen? How much health are you at? 38. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna get like no crew kills. Kara might be the only one. Okay. Trying to be patient. All right, put missiles at bay, off bay again. Okay, completely offline. Ions incoming. Small chance of another crew. Okay, crew kill maybe. Okay, 2. All right. 2. Ah. Just a fraction too slow. Oh, and the shields are coming back online. Okay. It's kind of okay. Kind of not. Okay. Not ideal. Not ideal. Didn't get a... Well, you know what also? I totally don't have enough money to get the pike beam online unless I sell something else. Guess we don't need the DRA anymore. Things you think of, like, way too late. I should have thought about that. Yeah, I totally missed it. Oh, I guess I could just sell this. Okay. All right, so phase 2, drone surge, and all that goodness. I mean, do I still do evasion hack? Get all the ions to land, then let the beams do the work. It is the fastest way to get through the fight. Yeah, we could sell this just so we have a better... Okay, 45. What does 45 do for me? Buffer point in the drones. Another power bar. We might need the power. Okay, we could hack. We could also just hack shields. Pike beam through. Shield suppression. Okay, let's just figure this out. We want to kill them as fast as possible. And actually, I think the hacking of evasion gives us the best chance of that. And by hacking evasion, we're going to hack piloting, because if we do swipes through that, then it slows down that repair. All right. Probably things gonna board us really quickly. Nice thing about this is, okay, is that it doesn't require much reactor. There we are. Okay. Okay, boarding bot. Looks like it's heading towards this area over here. We got the hack online. And this swipe. Okay, because the drone blew up, this is unfortunately still live. Okay, missiles incoming. It's important to try and see if I can get another thing of ions. Okay, I got the ions off, so the ions are gonna do their thing. %10 dodge. Okay. No, actually we'll do full damage. Well, I still want to hit this though, right? So I'll be able to cloak. Oh, I can still hit 6 that way. Tis tis. Not the best swipe. Okay. That was over reasonably fast. Over reasonably fast. 35 bucks. Yeah. We're very, very reactor hungry. So a lot of like the microing like reactor stuff that I do is really good for the main game, but like the flagship, you can still do it to some extent. You absolutely can. But because you're not able to do like, you just can't hack one system and be safe with it against their offense. Sometimes you just need power. All right. Sometimes you just need power. Okay, that's what I was able to keep fighting without damage is sustained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 potential borders. Nice. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that yet. This is just auto fire. And okay, and potential to run if things get bad. All right, so we're through. Their first volley, we actually will maintain Zoltan's shield. Okay, so level 3 hack is 15 seconds. That'll charge up all of our ions. We can have all of our ions land, and then our beams are doing what their thing. Then the next volley will be fast enough that we can take their missiles offline. Go from there. Okay, we only have to cloak if the first 2 missiles hit. One. Okay. Nice. So if they're like, if the first 2 hit, the third one could potentially hit, and then we're getting boarded, and then we're getting mind controlled. That's absolutely the thing we don't want to have happen. So because we have that, we now bought ourselves some time. Whoa, whoa, when did I power the pike beam? That was definitely not supposed to happen. Oh, that's totally the wrong thing. I meant to hit the cloak at level 3. Okay, it's fine. It's not really fine. Yeah. Okay. Why am I losing power? What I... Yeah, like I said, I just needed more power. Okay, I guess that works. All right, there's the MC. I think we'll just ignore it for now. Still online. By the way, a thing I never knew, like I flat out never knew for like the longest, silliest amount of time, is these little symbols here let you know that those drones are deployed. That's what that actually means. See, it's deployed. I'm gonna could just kill them. That's getting gross. Okay. Yeah, all the power. It is a lot of power. So this swipe, the pilot is offline, not nearly. This is far more disruptive. Okay, that is now offline. Okay, they're just dead. Don't. Ah, come on. You can't do that. That's illegal. All right. What are the stats for that? 59.75. Yeah, that's not too surprising. I mean, we didn't like kill a bunch of ships in the final sector, so that slightly lowered it. And we had long range scanners pretty much the entire time. So there were a few points where that, you know, was when I had the option to hit fights. But yeah, there you go. Triple charge ion drones actually can work, kind of, sort of. Just not get crew kills against the flagship. But yep, that's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Good night.